Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose, and today I'm going to share a quick flip through of my now completed junk journal. And I made this journal myself using scrapbooking paper for the cover, and then lots of old pieces of paper from book pages, maps, pretty much anything else I had lying around. And this journal lasted me from September 2020 to March 21. And for the front cover, I used some gouache on the background, then added lots of watercolour, sketched my flowers, and then put gouache back around the outside of it. And I use this for documenting any kinds of more personal thoughts, things I want to get off my chest, but I also use it as a semi-art journal as well. So here I was trying out some new paints, and these were some acrylic paints from Royal Talens. So I did my swatch and some painting here. And again, it's still just playing around with paints. I also include little thank you notes or any letters that I receive from friends in here. And again, we're playing around with acrylic paint and some leaves that I collected from a walk. I never intended to stick these in here. I actually put them in the book to keep them flat, and the paint must have still been a bit wet and they've stuck there, but I love that. And this was a piece cut out from a Wanderlust class that I took with Kate Crane. And these pockets with the 3 tags, this was I created after following a tutorial by Joey Defee here on YouTube, so I'll leave a link to her channel. And I really like making tags and then adding some journal writing on the back and popping them in. And I have released a YouTube video on decorating tags. And I've popped some more in here, again, just so I've got lots of spaces to add all of my journal writing. And little pockets are great for that as well, particularly if it's something really private, you can pop it in there. This is what I always try and do with any busy looking pages, is glue down some pieces of paper, perhaps torn out from a pad, and then I've always got somewhere then to be able to write. And then I add lots of stickers, washi tape, anything really that I fancy. Again, another pocket with lots of tags with my journal writing on the back. This was sent to me by a lovely friend, Pam, who I met through Instagram and YouTube. Hi, Pam. And it was such a beautiful Christmas card that I had to make sure I used some washi tape to put that in my journal. And some of these pages have just been torn out of gardening magazines, because I often get those put through the door as free magazines, so I love to use those to make my junk journals. Again, I love the freedom. There's no rules or kind of blank pages to be fearful of in this type of journal. It really is an anything goes kind of book to work in. And this was a letter from Minnie Small and one of the postcards that came from her Patreon. And this I completed as part of a collaboration project. Again, I think hosted by Journal Defee with lots of other creators. And I created this in a similar way to I did with the front cover. Another thing that I like with junk journals is if you've got a few stickers or something left over on a sheet and you're not quite sure what to do with them, this is a great place to be able to put them in. Because sometimes I find if I'm trying to create a journal spread on a particular theme and I don't have enough stickers left of that, they can end up just being sat in my stash for ages. So I always then pop them in my junk journal, so I feel they've still been used, I can still enjoy them, but I can just add them anywhere I like. Some of this paper was scrapbooking paper. I find it really relaxing to sit in the evening, write on here, just add a few stickers, washi if I want to, paint swatches, really anything. So again, really busy map pages, and that's one of the questions I've been asked, is how you actually use a junk journal when you've got print all over the page. So this is something that I do all the time. This is a beautiful postcard from Christine at London Gifties. So I just created a tipping card by using a washi tape strip on each side. So it's got a little hinge and I can then write on the back of there. And I just think they look so interesting with all those different pieces of paper together, both on the background, the ones you stick on them, adding little tags for writing. It just means that everybody's journal, if you're into junk journaling, will be completely unique. Again, this is from a baking piece from a magazine, and I really wanted to still see the cake, but the writing, I was quite happy to put something over the top. Just added, and I think I was using some paint on a different project and I still had some left in my palette, so I just added some of that paint to my junk journal. So we're nearly at the end now. This is one of the tags that I created in my recent Distress Inks video. Again, just popped that in with some washi tape so I can use it as writing space. And this ledger paper with the faded flowers on, that was from my latest printable bundle. Again, I've got some more paint around the outside there. I've put in little packaging when I've opened it up. I've used quite a lot of that ledger paper in the last few days. And again, bits more paint, anything left in my palette, I don't like to go to waste, so I usually find its way into my junk journal. And this was another one of the cards that I created in that Distress Ink video. So I think we're nearly there now. Yep, so that's all of those last pages. I finished it off, my journal, with a little thank you to it for seeing me through all of those times, being a place for me to safely get everything off my chest and document the important things. And I used that just to reflect on everything that had happened really during the 6 months that I'd been writing in this journal. So I really hope you've enjoyed seeing my junk journal flip through. If you've got any questions or comments, then please do leave them down below. Thank you ever so much for watching, and as always, a huge thank you to everybody who's supporting me over on Patreon. I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.